The state's case against Bryan Kohberger is so overwhelming that Kohberger's defense will probably put on an underwhelming defense when it comes to his case. There is so much evidence against Bryan Kohberger. He's going up the creek. He's going to prison for the rest of his life. We're talking about digital evidence. We're talking about forensic evidence. We're talking about eyewitness evidence. We're probably talking about statements he made. Supposedly spoke to Brett Payne, corporal, the lead detective in this case. Gave an interrogation. Cell phone pings, his vehicle, white Hyundai Elantra, the Schitt, Dylan Mortensen, Bethany Funk testimony. It's so overwhelming, people. It is so overwhelming when it comes to this case. And how can you expect him to get off? You can't. He's guilty, people. He's guilty. He's going up the creek. He's going up the creek. I mean, his attorneys are public defenders. First off, public defenders really suck. Let's be real. They're not high-priced attorneys. These are public defenders. They call them AKA public pretenders. That's what they call public defenders in the, I've been through the system, right? I've been up the creek before. I've been in federal prison. I've been around thousands of inmates. I've been around, not only that, 10,000 inmates, and I've never found one person that was innocent, that was in prison with me. Not one. And all of them say, before they get sentenced, and before they go to either plea out, most of them plea, and if they go to trial, they're dumb, because you get a conviction, most likely. And all of them say, oh, beforehand, my lawyer's going to do this, my public defender's going to do this and that, and, they're good. And then when trial comes, they lay a goose egg. And then they get convicted, and then, they come and huff and puff, oh, and my public defender ain't crap. They botched my case. I'm going to appeal. False thinking that they'll win their appeal. Not going to happen. Bryan Kohberger's not only going to lose, but he's going to lose his appeal. And he might, if he doesn't try to make a deal, which is a possibility with this case, he might get the firing squad or in lethal injection. Or maybe when it comes to Kohberger, they might say, oh, we're out of the cocktails, so firing squad. If he's going up the creek regardless, but for how long? Probably the rest of his life. Would you have a problem with Bryan Kohberger going up the creek for the rest of his life for a plea deal? I wouldn't. I don't think the victims' families would necessarily do that anyway. But yeah, his lawyers and his public defenders, underwhelming case. He can't even produce an alibi. What could his alibi be? Where was he? November 13th. What are you going to say? But what his lawyers is trying to do is trying to stall. Trying to wait for more discovery to come back so they can concoct an alibi that will fit into what the prosecution gave them. What's he going to say? He was in bed. Somebody stole his phone. Somebody stole his car. Somebody stole his DNA and put it at the crime scene. Is that going to be the defense? Oh, he was in bed. Phone suddenly gets off at 2:47 a.m. and it doesn't come back on at 4:48 in another state, Idaho. How's he going to be able to say that? Or is he going to just say, oh, I was just jogging at night, right? I'm fit. I'm a jogger. I was just jogging. I was jogging all night. No. Bryan Kohberger is going up creek. Let's be real, people. Yeah, presumption of innocence, but the case is so overwhelming, and we haven't even seen all the evidence. Who's going to testify on Kohberger's behalf? Was he with anybody? Doubtful. He was a loner. He was a lone wolf. No soul. Heartless. Thought he could get away with it, but he didn't. He's caught. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button. I think Bryan Kohberger is guilty. He's going up the creek. If you think he's innocent, change my mind. Or let me know what you think. We'll talk soon.